over this overlay of PC gaming spots, I guess. Like Final Fantasy VII. I guess that's PC. More associated with the PlayStation, but whatever. So yeah, that's the plan. Basically, this starts in about, well, we can see the time up there obviously. It starts at 7 o'clock my time, and then it lasts for about 2 hours, and after that I will play GDI campaign. So get the best of both worlds, because I suspect that some of you would probably be watching this anyway. So why not? Kind of cool that they got some PC music things going on here so as a pre-show. I would have asked people what they thought this would, what to expect from this, but since no one's in the chat, I guess I'll just have to announce my own expectations or whatever I can expect from this. They'll probably talk about the new Killing Floor 2 expansion. Which console game do you want most on PC? None of those. I want Bloodborne. Not fucking Demon Souls, Bloodborne. I don't care about Demon Souls. I want Bloodborne on PC. I guess Demon Souls would be nice too for those who are bigger fans of the Souls series. I just want Bloodborne for the atmosphere. It's the only other Souls game I would play, honestly. You know, I played Dark Souls, good game, requires a lot of persistence. And Bloodborne would be fantastic, but it's a PS exclusive for now. So among the things I'm hoping for is they'll announce a Bloodborne PC port. Hey, Serious Cacodemon, how are you doing? Good to see you. Likely some stuff will be what we already know earlier this week. Well, I've not been keeping up with that. I mean, to be honest with you, until I watched the PS5 release thing on Thursday, I actually didn't know that they were doing anything like this year. And then it turns out, no, they're spreading out. They're doing a whole bunch of conferences over the next few weeks. So I guess I'll pick and choose. The system itself doesn't interest me. You talking about the PC system, serious, or something else? But yeah, so you're hoping what? Okay, no way this week. So I'm guessing they're going to announce some Killing Floor 2 patch stuff. I mean, I've already played it, but they'll probably just announce it. They usually mention something about Killing Floor 2. Maybe they'll announce something to do with Baldur's Gate 3. I've seen a trailer for it. I guess they'll announce something like that. Maybe give that early access date. I don't know if it's Baldur's Gate or it's going to be more like Dark Alliance. But anyway, that's a thing. I'm hoping for PC Bloodborne. Well, it's a long shot, obviously, since they just announced Demon Souls. So more than likely, they're going to let people play Demon Souls on the PC. And maybe we'll get Bloodborne in like 10 years, whenever Bloodborne stops being a thing on a console. And maybe, I'm also hoping they're going to announce a release date for the new Amnesia game, which would be nice. Words coming out in autumn of this year, but I'd like a solid release date so that I can start planning Star Wars. Don't know what Star Wars game that is. Ooh, this sounds like a nice version of the Hearthstone theme. Sorry, I have the music quite low at the moment. Let me know if I need to turn it up a little bit or whatever. I mean, I'll jack it up a tiny bit there. So, you're just expecting stuff you already knew earlier this week. Theme Hospital. Oh, come on. Now you're just making people sad. Even though there is that game that is apparently very similar to Theme Hospital, I think it's called 1 Point View or something. There's basically Theme Hospital, but made by a different group of people. Best video game couple. Doom Guy and Daisy were. Or Doom Guy and a super shotgun. That'd be something. So, you don't really have much expectations then, Sirius. Fair enough. I mean, they'll probably announce a whole bunch of things that I won't care about, but maybe some of you will. So, you know, if you want to watch this with my commentary, feel free. Ooh, Duke Nukem music. Wait, I didn't know Lee Jackson did this. Jeez, I've been listening to the Rise of the Triad official soundtrack today, all of it. It was crazy. Like, I listened to the entire official soundtrack for the original Rise of the Triad, not the remake that I played early this year. If you've watched some Opposing Force. And it's just amazing, like, so many times when I listen to the soundtrack for Rise of the Triad, it's like, how many of these have I heard in a Doom WOD somewhere down the line? Maybe several times. I mean, when people say, like, Rise of the Triad is such an overused MIDI selection for Doom WODs, they ain't kidding. There is... Which road do I mean? Usually Healer, to be honest. Depends on the game. It just works in those. Hey, Lord Misfit, thank you for the 25 bits. I told you. You told me what, Kappa? So, Lord Misfit, do you have any expectations from this PC gaming thing? Serious Cacodemon has no real... Oh, you told me. No, you've nothing to look forward to either. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of the E3 conference type stuff I'm not going to care about. I mean, there's going to be a Microsoft one. I don't care. If anything interesting, I'll hear about it later, I'm sure. But this is the one that usually announces something I give a shit about. So I figured... well, I haven't seen some of these stuff revealed earlier this week, so some of this is going to be a nice surprise for me, I guess. The only thing I'm aware of that I'm remotely interested in is that Baldur's Gate 3 has an early access coming in August. I'll only be interested in that if it's a Dark Alliance type game. If they're doing like a proper Baldur's Gate, then I've never played any of them and I'm not as bothered. I don't know where the host button's gone. It's disappeared. I find it awkward too. This usually happens with new updates or new tweaks. The host button disappears for a couple of days and then it gets brought back. I don't think the host button is part of Twitch's default thing. I think it's like an add-on for Frankerface or something. Or something. It'll come back probably. I am juggling between this stream and another stream currently playing a Medieval. They just left what was the first episode in the secret level. Nice. Yeah, just to clarify, I'm going to commentate on this afterwards. I'm then going to play the GDI campaign. I will break this stream into 2 parts for the VOD. So... I tend to do another Medieval stream, this time on Evil difficulty. Fair enough. Awesome. I think it's going to be pretty brutal on Evil. You'll need to do a lot of fast firing and moving. So for those waiting for more Command and Conquer action, it is coming up as soon as this ends. But Counter-Strike. I did want to watch this, and we're gonna watch it together, I suppose. Also, some weapons are more effective against certain enemies. Yeah. I thought the Morning Star of Torment also did that. Didn't the Morning Star also did that? Best gaming mouse. I see. Very, very funny. I like how we're showing all this stuff in like this really tiny 90s style FMV low res view as well. Where's TNMT's Rat King or Strifes? Nah, nobody knows what they are. Well, Strife. Hey, Captain K with FPS. Never seen a PC Gamer Show before. Is it basically reveals for new games? Yeah, basically the PC Gamer Show is basically an E3 thing that just shows off PC stuff. You know, it's hosted by usually Day9 and somebody else. It's usually a lot more sort of cut and dry. It's not like about there's a few presentations, but it's very, very cut and dry, very quick. Like if you interview a developer, it's usually for like a minute or two and then move on to the next thing. It's just exclusively for PC stuff. And I'm not a big fan of E3, but the PC gaming show is usually something I found where I hear about something I'm interested in. So for me, this is really the only thing in E3 I give half a shit about. But yeah, basically that's it. It's like, it's not like you're not going to have like cinematics all the time. You are actually going to see gameplay trailers with gameplay occasionally. Same on E3. Yeah, I mean, I like watching E3, don't get me wrong. E3 is a shit show, and it's hilarious to laugh at it when they screw up. And every now and then they announce something, and you get to wait 2 or 3 years for it to come out. But the PC gaming show is usually decent, you know. What saying do I care about the most? Frame rate. Graphics quality. No one's voted for graphics quality because we don't need graphics quality. People can make games with 90s looking graphics that are still great. So, do you have any expectations for this show, Captain Caleb FPS? So we can see if they get met in like under 4 minutes. I will up the volume when it starts. And I might also mute my mic when they announce certain things. Yeah. And after this, I'm going to be playing the GDI campaign finale. I'm on the last level. I'm going to finish it tonight. And then that'll be it for the GDI. And then tomorrow I can do some Doom stuff for a bit. Not really. I think it's about time I get into a new IP though. So if something catches my interest, I'll hop on there. Fair enough. You might hear about a couple of IPs. They usually get a couple of PC developers. Oh, that's a thing. I'm going to add something else to well. Something to do with Romero games. I'm thinking maybe we'll see something to do with Empire of Sin. Something to do with Romero games. I mean, it'd be really freaky if they got John Romero to show up. Or pop in or whatever. That'd be awesome. Who's a good boy? Go for dog meat, I guess, of those 4 options. Oh, we have some StarCraft 2. Where was that unit supposed to be? I don't recognize some of these. Oh, wait, that's a Swarm host, isn't it? And a Viper. I only know some of these units because I used to watch esports StarCraft 2, amazing stuff. Always happy to see remasters and reboots of cherished franchises. John Romero making an appearance would be great. Yeah, maybe we'll see some old school FPS stuff. That'd be cool. I'm gonna add that to my expectations as well. So Captain Caleb wants to see new IP remasters / reboots. Lands of War 3. Yep. I'm glad you recognise some of these. Some of these are like, I have no fucking clue. Dangerous was the most buggy, but still quite fun. This is a really good way. I hope they do this in the future for pre-stream. This is a good idea, you know. It's like 90s, whoa, resolution, FMV style. Still think Guardians of Destiny is your favourite of 3 games. Vote now in chat. RGB? Well, I have an RGB computer, so not exactly by choice, but I've sort of accepted it. Your vote's going to go on longer than the pre-stream, whatever. Two or three remaster when? Well, maybe we'll get some stuff from Night Dive Studios. They're doing all kinds of stuff. We'll see. Right, time to turn the sound up, I think. We're about to start very shortly. So I'm going to crank the sound up a bit. Hope you can hear it. Oh, there's a source material. Far Cry, Half-Life, Doom 3, obviously Max Payne, Blade Runner, Lands of War 3. There's, hey, Dark Archville. Squadrons. You're expecting Squadrons, eh? Whatever that is. Come in, just a good time. It's about to start. So here we go. This is going to last about 2 hours, apparently. There are over 2 billion gamers.
As you guys can see, I'm missing my left eye.
There is a community that I am a part of.
You're unique. Do you not like anyone else?
I'm currently in a call with my friend, not responding anymore.
He's breathing really hard. You know he just had a seizure.
Ooh.
I built an arcade in my basement. This is my home.
That sounds pretty cool, actually.
Who cares what size you are, what gender you are?
I'm finding enjoyment growing all
The C word.
Fans definitely go crazy when they see this car.
It's like one of the most badass things you could drive.
Totally game. Oh, it's a Facebook thing. Okay. Hey, Wild Tracer, how you doing? I'd be curious to hear some of those stories, especially that guy with no arms or legs playing games. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, high cringe, indeed. Although it seems like there might be a few things from that that might be worth hearing. Just pick the ones that are actually good. Oh look, Mr. House has shown up. Yeehaw! Junction 166. Oh yeah, well this is New Vegas all over, right? Secret gaming lair. Oh, this is cheesy. There is usually some cheese in this, but it's not terrible.
This is the PC Gaming Show. For the next 2 hours, we'll show you new footage and announcements for more than 40 games, including the next game from Dean Hall, the creator of DayZ, the world-exclusive debut of gameplay footage for Evil Genius 2, Ruthless Combat in Mortal Shell, Everspace 2, epic battles in A Total War Saga, Troy, Torchlight 3, what's coming in the next chapter of Elite Dangerous, Mafia Definitive Edition,
which apparently is shit.
Amazon's upcoming open world MMO.
Why, hello there, PC Gaming Show. This is Greg Miller, just borrowing your broadcast for a moment to say that later on, I'll be dropping in again to reveal one of my favorite franchises that's coming to PC for the first time ever. If you can name this tune, maybe you'll recognize what it is. See you later in the show.
I don't recognize what it is.
And now your PC Gaming Show hosts, Day 9 and Frankie Ward.
Oh, hell yeah, they got Day 9. Awesome. Sorry, I'm just getting the thing. June's Few.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to the 2020 PC Gaming Show. I am one of your hosts today, Sean.
Yay, Day 9.
And I'm delighted to have you wherever you may be tuning in, Twitch or YouTube or Twitter. Welcome to our 6th annual event where we have over 2 hours of content. 50 plus games we're going to be looking at in the form of reveals, trailers, interviews that we've recorded in the last several weeks. Before we get into that, though, I want to take a moment to address the ongoing situation in America. While we're glad to be showing you some games today, there are many, many more people fighting for something far, far more important.
You mean Persona?
The struggle against police violence and the systemic oppression of Black Americans. I and everyone who works on the PC Gaming Show each year, we know that Black lives matter, and this is not a fight that we are willing to stand on the sidelines for. So what can we all do? There's a great many organizations that deserve support right now, and one of them is the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund at naacpldf.org. If you want to support this and get some great games in the process, hundreds of developers have joined together at itch.io to create the Bundle for Racial Justice and Equality. It's a pay whatever you want for the bundle, and 100% of the proceeds go to the NAACP Fund and the Community Bail Fund. There's a lot more resources and information we'd like to share, so PC Gamer has created an ongoing list of ways that you can get involved in supporting protesters. That's at pcgamer.com/Black Lives Matter. Okay.
Now that all the YouTube reactionaries have their content for the week,
my dear friend and co-host,
PC Gaming Show is terrible.
On the other side of the internet. Welcome, Frankie, and why don't you say hello?
Hello, Sean, and hello to everyone.
Yay, Frankie's back as well.
We're really excited to be with you again. And Sean, I've prepared a veritable smorgasbord of PC gaming interviews, trailers, and announcements. This year's
you dressed up as a shark last year.
Ever presented.
Or man-eater.
So, grab your beverage of choice because it's go time.
Thanks, Frankie. And I gotta say, your apartment looks quite a bit more like a music video than mine does. Maybe I should have sprung for better lighting. Either way, it's time for the PC Gaming
Hey, Wydoomer, how you doing?
As I said earlier, 50 plus games. We've been talking to the developers, interviewing them for weeks now. And though it looks kind of empty here, I'm not alone. My beautiful assistant and good buddy DevBot. You may have seen him making his way over here. He is awaiting us. So let's go join him and get the show started. All right, DevBot, what do we have for this year's PC Gaming Show?
I've downloaded 50 game trailers and 10 interviews, Sean, along with a full report of the most secret gaming layer friendly dogs, per your request. Australian Shepherds rank 4th among all dog breeds.
Oh, well, excellent. Well, what should we play first then?
Scanning. Processing. My readings indicate that the audience would like to see Vikings.
Well, that sounds great. Then let's kick it off with Valheim, a Viking survival game where you'll fight monsters, craft weapons, build and sail ships on an open ocean, all while exploring a procedurally generated landscape. Show me the game, DevBot.
Now loading Valheim.
Alright, I've turned up the sound again. Hope that helps. Wow, it is out already. Persona 4 on the PC, huh? I know somebody who will be happy to see that. I thought Persona 5 was on the PC. Anyway, this looks like a thing. See that tree just hanging there by a thread? This looks like some kind of crafting open world survival thing. Or an RTS, maybe. Not what I saw, and I'm talking about the new version. Alright, I'm not really into Persona, so... Boats. Has boats. Valheim, sign up for beta. Oh, is this an MMORPG or something?
The next game has been in the works for quite a while and is just about to come out. I've been following it the whole time, and if a game that features farming, creature collection, dance battles, and bears wearing pants sounds like your cup of tea, then it's time to put the kettle on and enjoy some ooblets.
Okay. Oh, it's so cute and adorable. I mean, I guess it is cute and adorable, but... well... this is not really my thing, sorry. I'm sure this will be great for some people. Oh, there's the first Epic Game Store's plug.
The next game for the PC Gaming Show.
Well, great. What do you got, DevBot?
The game is Torchlight 3, a cherished action RPG franchise that features a number of original playable classes.
DevBot, you wouldn't have chosen this game because in Torchlight 3 you can play as a steam-powered robot, would you?
My game selections are entirely objective and determined by an algorithm that shows the audience only what it wants to see.
Show me the algorithm, DevBot.
The algorithm is proprietary.
Okay, well, let's play the Torchlight 3 trailer, and when we're done, I want to
video
talk to one of the
thingy.
Torchlight 3 devs.
A new Torchlight. I only played the first one. It was okay.
In a world of magic and mystery, Will you choose fame? Will you choose fortune? Or the future of the frontier? Explore remote.
Cool-looking beast.
Battle hordes of ancient, powerful enemies.
Hey, look, gameplay, like actual gameplay.
Torchlight 3.
I mean, it might be slightly polished up, but wait a minute, Perfect World Entertainment own that now?
Deadbot, please connect me with one of those developers.
You got it, Sean.
Joining me today to talk about Torchlight 3 is Max Schaefer. Max, thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Now, Max, Torchlight 2's story began with the alchemist from the original Torchlight becoming corrupted and evil. How does Torchlight 3's story tie into the first two?
Well, we're in the same world, obviously. We're about a century later now, though, and the Empire.
Century. Wow.
Yes, the Empire is in decline, and they've gotten a little lazy, a little comfortable, and a new threat looms on the horizon. So once again, the adventurers will have to battle the Netherim and all the evil baddies threatening the world.
In terms of the scope and scale of Torchlight 3,
it's on the drops on PC.
Well, we've expanded quite a bit. Now, first,
looks like your life's gone then, mate.
Will be comfortable with the mechanics and how to play it and all. But we've expanded and let players make their own mark in the world itself. Like, you get a customized fort that you can decorate, that you can build things in. You can do things that benefit your whole account, and you can put things in there that are useful to other players. And other players.
Oh my God! Lego Revolution.
I want to ask a little bit about the classes, because if you're an action RPG player, you may recognize something like a knight or a mage. But in Torchlight 3, we got the steam-powered robots. We have the rail master that can summon trains. Talk to me about not just what some of the classes that players can expect are, but how you even come up with this glorious stuff.
Well, I think that we've always wanted to avoid going.
Anyone here excited for Torchlight 3? I don't really care, but maybe someone else is
but at the
interested.
Same time, we wanted you to be able to look at them and get a sense and get a kind of an intuitive sense of what they do. And so we've applied that here. We've got some really fun characters, like you said, the fully robotic, steam-powered robot, and a guy that summons trains. But we've also got some other cool classes too: a sharpshooter.
Hope it isn't too mobile-like.
Honestly, they all have new twists, and they're all pretty fun to play.
In terms of the game world itself, how specifically do the forts get integrated? Like, what does it mean to stumble across someone else's fort as you're going through the world?
Well, between our gameplay levels, we have passages, and when you enter the passage, there will often be a waypoint there, but there will also be someone else's fort. So you will see some random person from the world's fort, and they will in turn see occasionally randomly your own fort. And it's definitely worth exploring their fort, because you can not only use things like the luck tree, but you can use their enchanting table and whatever recipes they've unlocked to enchant your own items. So it's really worthwhile for you to go check them out.
Now, pets were a big part of the earlier Torchlight games. What type of pet-based entertainment can we expect?
We have expanded upon the pet system. It does all the things you want. It fights alongside you. It goes and takes your items back to town to sell. But we've introduced kind of a collection mechanic. So you can find pets out in the wild by defeating bosses and make a whole stable of pets that you, of course, keep in your fort.
Now, Max, I know that the Torchlight series has an enormous fan base. For those who are looking to get their hands on Torchlight 3, where can they go and when can they play it?
Well, I'm very, very happy to announce that we are available on Steam right now in early access for $29.99. Go check it out. It's available right this minute.
This is the best kind of answer in the PC gaming show. You can get it now. Once again,
not really. It's early access.
Thank you so much
that means wait for the full version.
Once again, go to Steam right now to get your hands on the early access version of Torchlight 3. We're just getting started here on the PC Gaming Show. Let's take a look at what's coming up.
That really is the new fucking demo, isn't it? Demo of the game? Nah, early access.
Game from DayZ creator Dean Hall.
Which will probably be a battle royale game.
Reveal of Sound Mind and more. Back to you, Sean.
Back to you, Sean. Well, hey everyone, I hope you're having a great time.
That looks spooky, whatever it was.
You want to tell me how much fun you're having, but don't shout. The walls are very thick in here. I can see you, though, if you use the PC Gaming Show hashtag on Twitter or Facebook or the PC Gamer forums or a Ouija board or Messenger Falcon, whatever is your desired form of communication.
Too many texts and live reactions. Make it stop.
Show today. And we want your hottest 280 character take that our merry moderators might just select to be on the show. For our next segment, it's time to head on over to Frankie Ward.
Elite Dangerous, the space simulation MMO from Frontier, has continued to evolve over the past 5 years. Set in a one-to-one recreation of our actual Milky Way galaxy, players forge their own path, build and break alliances, trade, fight, and earn the rank of Elite. Join us as we journey into the next era of Elite Dangerous, set to take a giant leap once more.
I know some people in Dopewiz who love this game. It's like it's been going on for years. That didn't really tell us a whole lot, did it? Is that showing us that people can now get out of their ships or whatever?
Joining me to talk about the next chapter of
was
Elite
pointless.
Dangerous is Piers Jackson from Frontier Developments. Thanks so much for joining us, Piers.
Oh, you're welcome. It's good to be here.
Now, I have a lot of questions about the trailer we just saw, but I'm wondering if you can contextualize a little bit for those who haven't played Elite Dangerous. What is it?
So I think the best way of explaining what Elite Dangerous is to understand how big it is. We have created a title that's the most complete, authentic space simulation of any game out there, and it's just vast. It's the whole galaxy. You can explore it. You can take your own path. You can be a pilot, a trader, a bounty hunter. You can do what you want. You can go where you want, and you can do your own thing. And it's that sort of freedom and the ability for people to tell their own story that I think makes Elite what it actually is.
Now, in all the streams that I've been following for Elite Dangerous, there's a lot of gameplay that happens in ships. There's a lot of focus on the economy and trading. In this trailer, though, we saw feet on the ground, which immediately makes me ask, what is it that we should expect? What should we glean from the trailer?
Oh, I think you've hit the nail on the head. Ultimately, the big new feature that we're looking to release here is the fact that you can now, for the very first time, set foot on our planets. We've created the last edition.
That does sound pretty good.
In terms of going from space all the way down to the planet's surface. So now you can set foot, you can explore, you can interact with the environment. And we've taken the mission-based gameplay and the idea of forging your own path and creating your own experience that the space game has, and we've transposed that right down onto the planet. For the first time, you'll be able to access a whole pile of new planets, all ones with tenuous atmospheres, and obviously you're going to be able to play this in multiplayer, so you'll be able to join up with your friends. You can experience the game from the ship, from an SRV, and finally from on foot.
In what way will this ground, walking on the planet component transform the existing aspects of Elite Dangerous?
I think it gives people a new set of experiences to have. We link all the way from ground to the buggies, the SRVs, all the way up to the spaceships, so that it becomes a holistic event. The design actually encapsulates the whole experience.
In terms of some of the other systems that are on the planets, or various resources or points of interest, what are some of those that might tie back to some of the gameplay that someone would be familiar with?
So we have new planets that you can visit. You can visit old planets, and we have refreshed the visuals on them, so you can really set foot and be the first to actually make footfall on a new planet.
Now, Piers, I have a combo question for you. Elite Dangerous is available right now. Where can players go to play Elite Dangerous, and when can they expect the Odyssey update?
So you can join in with our community now, playing Elite Dangerous. Download it via Steam or go to the Frontier store or purchase it on console. We have many people playing it. In terms of Odyssey, you can expect to see that next year.
I hope you all enjoyed that conversation about Elite Dangerous. It's a treat to see the way the
apparently it's a good game if you can get into it, but it's a hell of a...
Sean, I'm sorry to interrupt, but our broadcast is being hijacked by another host.
Not again. Hi there again, PC gamers. It's me, Greg Miller. Maybe you saw me host the Guerrilla Collective live stream earlier today. No, I didn't watch. Okay, well, that's all.
No, I didn't.
I'll give the PC Gaming Show back to its usual host in a moment, but I couldn't let anyone else announce this next trailer, which is a game near and dear to my heart. Let's take a look.
Oh god, this game. Every day's great at your juniors. This fucking game. I've watched a playthrough of this game. It's some interesting shit, I guess.
Persona 4 Golden is available now on Steam. If you haven't played this, now you have no excuse. Persona 4
Stop
Golden
tempting someone to buy one of these for you. I'm not really that bothered about the Persona series, to be honest.
You have to go get right now. It's been awesome to see Atlas games make their way onto the PC. I'm glad this one is finally here. Anyway, I better hand the show back over to Sean before he gets mad at me. See you later, PC gamers.
You already bought this many.
That was weird. I thought this live stream was supposed to be secure.
I'm analyzing the security breach now, Sean. I'm not sure what could have happened.
Well, all right then. While we get this sorted out, let's head on over to Frankie.
Get out of here, Teddy.
Our next trailer reveals an all-new psychological
Just
horror
saying,
game coming to PC,
you already thumbs up
PlayStation
it.
5 and Xbox Series X early next year. InSound Mind will challenge your expectations as it ushers you through the deepest corners of your psyche. It sounds like every night before I go to sleep, honestly. The game also features a chilling original soundtrack by The Living Tombstone. Courtesy of indie outfit We Create Stuff and publisher Modus Games, let's take a
Whoa,
look
wait a minute.
at
We
InSound
Create
Mind.
Stuff. I've not heard that name in a while, but I know what they used to. One of the people who used to do stuff for it. That's the game. Nightmare House 2. I love that mod. It's fucking brilliant.
But once you find the key to your terror, fear will no longer exist. What a bunch of bullshit.
Paganitsu. Looks like some spooky shit. Play the debut demo, now on Steam.
Hey everyone, I'm Ito, producer at We Create Stuff.
Hey, I'm Chen, creative director.
Hey, Tombstone here.
We're the developers who brought you Nightmare House 2, and now we're back. We've partnered with Modus Games and The Living Tombstone, and we're working on a new indie horror game, InSound Mind.
Demo is now out on Steam. Let us know what you think.
Nightmare House 2 was a one-person project.
So hey, DevBot, how did you get here today anyways?
I'm gonna note that down for later.
My sleep state was impaired when I realized I was late for this year's PC gaming show, so naturally, I panicked. I had to improvise about how to reach our undisclosed broadcasting location.
Now, I love Nightmare House 2. It's one of the best Half-Life 2 mods I've ever played, 10 years ago. The fact they're making another horror game, it's got my attention.
tried to hitchhike.
I'm going to check out that demo later. See, the PC gaming show always delivers something I'm interested in. That's why I watch it.
Los Angeles trusts robots.
But nah, Nightmare House 2 was made by one person.
Right outside our secret location.
It was released under the Recreate Stuff banner.
Cool.
But one person
let's
did
take
it
a look at
all.
our next trailer.
As far as I'm aware. But hey, whatever. I mean, Nightmare House 2 is a good horror mod for Half-Life 2. Very good stuff. Did one of my best streams for it. So, kind of cool we're making another game. Another horror game, no less. So yeah, you may notice that basically they announce a new game every couple of minutes. This is not like a conventional E3 thing where they can make one game last fucking ages. They literally just show a whole bunch of little things. Oh, was that an Epic Game exclusive again? Yeah, if you don't like Epic Games, they do a lot of showing on this show.
To know that I enjoy real-time strategy games, and that's why I'm excited for our next trailer. It's Dwarfheim, a cooperative RTS, where up to 3 players can split up the work of building, mining, and fighting, working together to build defenses, machinery, and traps, train armies to fend off deadly trolls and rival clans. The Dwarfheim demo is live right now on Steam. Let's see what the game is all about.
Ever since the fall, dwarven clans live scattered across Agartha. They toil every day in the dark and dirt. They try to protect what little they have from rival clans and the vile creatures that roam these lands. Your clan needs you now, chieftains, to lead your people. Choose your classes, guide your builders and miners to expand your kingdom, or take up arms with your warriors to protect our town halls and conquer your enemies. Bring us to victory! Bring us to Dwarfheim!
Co-op RTS. That. Oh, there's your beta. Next week, if anyone's interested in that.
Thanks, Sean. And now let's take a look at the lineup of games and game updates coming from indie publisher New Blood Interactive.
Oh, hell yes. Yes, please. More New Blood. All the New Blood. Is it? I see Dusk, I see a Medieval, I see a game I don't recognize. Overkill? Creepy stab guy. Finally, mod support. Wait a minute, they're showing custom content. Mortis. RTX support for a Medieval. A suitable game for it, honestly. Maximum action. As soon as this is fully released, I'll be playing that. Still waiting for the full version, of course. 16-player co-op. Now free to play. Alright. Oh, sorry, not overkill. Ultra kill. Looks insane. Faith. Nice to see them get a feature on this. We love you and we hate money. Oh, I'm so glad Duska's finally getting that mod support.
That's quite a lineup from New Blood, and with us now is the New Blood CEO, Dave Oshry, to talk about it. Dave, what the hell was that all about?
Yeah, so we got a lot going on, right? I mean, some guys come out here, they show like some cinematic trailer and then tell you it's coming out in a year. We got 6 games and you can play all of them right now. We couldn't afford to do a cinematic trailer if we wanted to, right? So yeah, Dusk, now with mods, check them out at duskmods.com. There's all kinds of crazy a Medieval, now with RTX.
Wait, those were Dusk mods?
DLSS 2.0 is coming, Maximum Action, new levels are coming, new features, new guns. Unfortunate Spaceman is now completely free to play. It, why not? Check that one out. 16-player co-op. It's crazy. It's like The Thing in space. Faith, of course. If you don't know about Faith, now you know. Ultra Kill, our new retro shooter.
I might play
style.
Faith this October.
Like Devil May Cry and Quake. That's what that's about. And then, of course, Gloomwood. If you like games like Thief, System Shock, Resident Evil, then I think Gloomwood is definitely the game for you.
Where can we go to learn more?
So you can check out Dusk at notfortnite.com, a Medieval at I can't believe it's not hexen.com, Maximum Action at shootyboom.com, Unfortunate Spaceman at deaderspace.com, that's dead ER space.
Oh wow.
Faith at garylovesyou.com, Ultra Kill at devilmayquake.com, and then of course Gloomwood at thiefwithguns.com. Yeah, that's all we got. 6 games, you can play them all right now. We love you.
We hate money. Thanks, Dave. Let's see what Frankie has for us next.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Thank you, Sean.
Oh,
now tell me,
she's so
PC gamers,
happy.
have you ever wanted to rewrite history? Not your browser history, that's easy and absolutely vital, but how about
Hey, Morph5, how you doing?
like discovering America, mastering flight, or inventing the computer a couple of 100 years earlier? Humankind is an upcoming historical strategy game where you'll be combining up to 60 different cultures to create a civilization that's as unique as you are. And as with all their previous titles, Amplitude is asking the community to participate in the development of Humankind to help make it the best game that it can be.
Yeah, I heard they did a few of them for the Dusk release, and nice to know they're still doing them. New Blood are just a great developer. Like, they've come out with so much good shit in the last few years, and they're gonna do so much more good shit. Oh, sorry. I should have muted my mic. I'm just typing down things to look at later. Okay.
Well, you heard the trailer. You need to go to opendev.gamestogether.com so you can be one of the very first humans to get your hands on Humankind, Amplitude Studios' upcoming historical strategy game. And now for something a little different, why don't you join me in my chambers? Come on. Come on. Of all the subcultures and communities that make up PC gaming, modders have arguably had the biggest impact. My next guest
Couldn't
is
agree
Dean Hall,
more.
a designer who started out as a modder and eventually helped lay the foundation for 2 of the most popular genres on PC, survival and battle royale.
Hey,
Let's
Owen
take a
Wu,
look
how
at
you
the
doing?
next game from Rocketworks revealed here on the PC Gaming Show. It's Icarus.
Oh boy, I wonder if it's going to be a battle royale game. The sequel to Unreal 2. No. Instead, it looks like it's going to be a survival open world buildy game. Okay, I don't care. I'm not interested. Boo! It's the Monsters for Queen remake. That you do.
Joining me to talk about Icarus is Dean Hall. Dean, thanks so much for joining us.
Awesome, it's great to be here.
So, Dean, you're making another survival-focused game. What makes Icarus different from
Wow, nice view outside your window,
Well, I think if you
Mr.
think
Daisy
about your
Dev.
first hour in DayZ, your first hour in Minecraft, really what we're trying to do is capture that and then basically build a game where you can
Absolutely,
do that over a
New
long
Buddha,
period
a
of
fantastic
time,
publisher.
and you can progress through the survival experience. So it was really getting back to the roots of what a survival game is and what makes those moments that you get in them really intense and emotional.
If you can just walk me through like the basic loop. If I just open up the game, do I start out on the ship itself?
If you think about the orbital station as your apartment in GTA, you can invite your friends in and prepare for what we call a drop. And then you select a prospect. And the big challenge of the game, and the way to fail it, I guess, is to run out of time on the drop.
Let's say I'm on a 30-minute mission. I have a particular resource I've set out to snatch up. How does the gameplay of that 30-minute period differ from other survival games?
I suppose there were three key things that I felt needed to be addressed before I made another survival game. The first was the ability to scale. By breaking your experience over months and years into sessions, that allowed us to address scale. So you still
It looks like he just wanted to make a game like Rust.
Building bridges,
Not too
roads,
dissimilar to what DayZ
But you're
was,
doing it
but with more of a building things basis, I guess.
Clear direction, which is helped very much by the structure that we're putting around the session. And the last one is really focusing in on those core survival mechanics, which I really feel is
What city is that anyway behind him there?
So emotionally with players.
Seems to be in a nice little luxury apartment at least.
That there are
I can't tell what city that is.
As well as
anyone know?
Drops. What are the sort of time ranges we're looking at? Are there different like categories and tiers of drop length?
Yeah, so it really depends on your level as you progress through the game.
Glorious, swirly face,
we're really
animation, intense, crappingly terrifying
more
visuals.
Safe environments. So, say a daytime drop that only lasts 20 minutes. You're only going to be facing the game during the day. As you progress on, you can take on and get access to prospects that have much longer drop windows, but that means you're getting a cycle of day-night. And night, particularly for most of our biomes, is definitely the most dangerous.
Get those cyber demons out of here, old Lou.
In the trailer, there was someone that fell down, and you just ominously talked about the dangers of being left behind on the planet.
Is when I eventually play Robinson's Requiem.
Oh,
I can't wait, Lord Misfit. I'm sure it'll be an exciting experience.
That happens, and there's nothing you can do. It's just over. And there's a certain charm to that.
Everything's gone.
Yeah, there's a certain charm to that. But I think if we look about
a charm, I like your use of the word charm there for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, like there definitely is. But I think with Icarus, we've chosen one failure state. If you run out of time on your drop, that character and all its equipment is gone.
Yeah.
So we wanted to make that terrifying, and that's why our tagline is "There are worse fates than death." So it's getting left behind.
Yeah, you linked it in the Discord.
With the orbital station, then that's it. Everything.
I have heard of that concept before.
All that progression of that character and all that
crowd control Doom.
And that's our one failure state. If you run out of oxygen, someone can come and revive you. If you get attacked by this particular animal and damaged, someone can heal you. But if you run out of time, it's over.
I'm curious. I mean, there's so many elements. There's so much ambition.
Only we can only speak in emotes, it seems.
You feel like you abandoned DayZ. Other projects, what do you have to reassure those people that you're committed to Icarus?
Well, I think a big thing for me is you know, Bohemia was an existing company, and I definitely felt like I was pulling them in a direction that was hard for them to go, and they probably felt like they were pulling me in a direction that I didn't want to go. And it's really been a bit of a struggle for me to develop and not only the studio but myself as well. There was a whole bunch of things I had to learn. I had to learn many of those things through failure. The solution there was to make sure it wasn't just the Dean Hall game, but it was a game built by incredibly skilled people. And we managed to assemble, I think, definitely one of the best teams I've ever worked with, an exceptional concept team through to a technical and production team as well.
Well, I know there's a ton of people that are interested in my very next question, my favorite question. When can people get the opportunity to play Icarus?
That is a good question. So we're looking at sometime next year. Our development is very advanced.
Oh no, you have to wait a whole year to play another DayZ style game in space.
Because we wanted to
Get
maximize
hype?
the number of people
Question
that
mark.
play. And we're acutely aware a number of our former staff are ex-Grinding Gear
Ultra
Games,
Kill looks
who make part of
cool.
Exile, very talented in the free-to-play area. So we're very cognizant of how much content we need to provide gamers. So at the moment, we're really sort of heading into that.
Well, Dean, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Awesome.
We really appreciate
Apparently
it.
they've also announced Dusk on the Switch as well. According to Fuzzball, she said that Dusk is now on the Switch.
Let's head to Frankie.
When you're an evil supervillain, it's important to have your own sense of style.
Oh, it is alive.
Evil cat psychics are so 2019. Evil Genius
A lot of
2
people
asks
care
us the
about
question,
it.
How would you design a supervillain fortress? Would you build a pool filled with laser sharks, or would you just give all the home appliances RGB lighting? Here's the world-exclusive first gameplay footage of Evil Genius 2.
I mean, DayZ won't be a battle royale. It won't be a battle royale style game. It's more like a survival game, like you used to do with DayZ, and you know all the stuff like Rust and Ark, etc. Build stuff, survive. Hasn't this been in the works for a while now, Evil Genius 2? Captured from gameplay represents work in progress. Yeah, you've warned me sufficiently, Lord Misfit. No idea when I'm gonna play it, though. Ion cannon ready. Wish list on Steam. That's a thing they're gonna say now. Is it wish list this fucking thing?
We are about to see the first official gameplay footage for Godfall on PC. Counterplay Games is going to give us a guided tour of the battle for Aperion. And keen observers will notice that this is running in Unreal Engine 5. That's why those shiny sets of armor look oh so gorgeous. You can go on over to the Epic Games Store and wishlist it now, or get more information on Godfall before it releases this holiday season. But for now, let's take a look.
Okay. Oh, Gearbox. Oh, wait. I think I saw this trailer the other...
Hello.
Oh, maybe
My
not.
name is Keith Lee, and I am the game director for Godfall. On behalf of
How's
Godfall
Randy
Games,
treating you?
We are very excited to share gameplay with you today and to offer you a glimpse into the mystical world of Godfall. Please enjoy.
Please save us from
Godfall is
Randy
still in
Pitchford.
development, so some things will change and improve in the final product, including visuals and performance. Godfall is set in a brand new high fantasy universe.
Your sword quips for your cape, Talbot. Hey, they said things would improve. Maybe only quip through it
Split up into the
50% less.
earth, water, air.
I mean, that's one of the things I do like about the PC Gamer Show. They show a lot more gameplay footage. Like, you will actually see in-game stuff a lot more with this show compared to the others, you know. Not all the time, but most of the time they actually want to show off the gameplay as is, for better and for worse.
Throughout your journey, you'll find
Hey, Linux Pleb, how you doing?
lost in time, each with their own characteristics.
This looks like every fantasy MMORPG
Now
ever.
let's talk about gameplay in Godfall. First, our team wanted to do something different. We wanted to combine action RPG loot progression.
Did you see the new Blood announcements? Those have been the best part so far.
New genre, the looter slasher.
Not disappointed that they're doing some
The game
cool
is therefore
stuff.
one part gear driven and one part player skill.
They're doing Thief with guns.
In other words, not only do we want you to find exquisite weapons with powerful loot traits, but we
No,
also
seriously,
want you to
this
have
really looks like a lot of hack and slash MMORPGs, you know, like Terror, Blade and Soul kind of thing.
What you're looking at now is a mid-boss fight, a tougher challenge which we'll have to leave for another day. Please
Because
check out
it's
the
not
Godfall
finished
channels
yet.
on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube.
Dark
Thank you
Souls
so
will be
much
called
for
Easy
listening to Godfall,
Souls.
and we'll be showing you more soon.
Nice.
Now next up, when PC gamers think of iconic first-person shooters, they think of games like Doom, Quake, and Duke Nukem. Our next trailer
What about
shows a
Blood?
project that celebrates the proud heritage of sci-fi FPSs while taking advantage of some very modern visual effects,
Ooh.
like glorious enemy dismemberment. From Bounding Box Software and Humble Publishing, this is Proteus.
Oh, Proteus. Are we getting a release date? Keep in mind some of these levels are Dragonfly levels, lest we forget. I know, the voxels, but it looks fun, honestly. I've been looking forward to playing this as well. I mean, it's a little weird looking, but it looks fun enough, honestly. I'm definitely willing to give it a go. Oh yeah. Oh, you're fucking kidding me. They're only entering early access in autumn? God damn it. Oh, great. It's been delayed again. Jeez. Well, guess it's ready when it's ready. I still remember when Proteus was supposed to come out in February this year, but I guess they've had to play it and delay it. Fair enough. But yeah, cool, there's an early access coming out in autumn for everyone, I guess. Tactics game.
I love the look of that last one. Fate Tactics is set to scratch that isometric combat itch that I know a lot of us have been feeling ever since we played Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yep, they
back in
do.
the 90s.
That's the thing.
All right, But we're not done with humble games yet. Their lineup, as it turns out, isn't all that humble. We're going to take a look at 2 more games from them. Project Wingman, a jet fighter game featuring RPG elements and VR support. And rounding things out is Carto from Sunhead Games, a gorgeous top-down puzzler. Let's take a look.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing about this is that if there's a game that they are showing and you don't like it, and they don't spend 20 minutes on it. It's like 1 or 2 minutes per game, maybe an interview about a game, and then it's very brief, to the point. You know. They have some cheesy gimmicks, sure, but for the most part, they show fucking gameplay and games and talk about some stuff in the games without it feeling like an overproduced movie. Top Gun RPG. Ace Combat style.
Good work, Hitman team. Return to base.
Hey, Mikey Dude, how you doing?
Hey, DevBot, have you ever wondered what Gordon Freeman's voicemail message sounds like?
Sean, that is an intriguing inquiry. However, something is wrong. I'm receiving an external transmission.
Why does this keep happening, DevBot? What's with the security? Have you upgraded to Service Pack 2 yet?
The transmission is coming from a powerful space satellite.
Command and Conquer.
Greetings, PC Gaming Show. It is I, your supreme leader, Kane. I am commandeering this broadcast to deliver an important mission briefing. You must capture the GDI base marked at these coordinates. This is a strategically significant I'm just kidding, it's me, Joe Coogan. And I can take over this broadcast because I do what I want. Look, you know Command & Conquer has been a major part of your life. It's certainly been a big part of mine. The Command & Conquer Remastered Collection recently launched for PC, and it is an awesome way to relive this
graphics look nice.
With a bunch of new bells and whistles. I mean, who doesn't like 4K graphics, quick matches in multiplayer, or modding, am I right? I personally want to send a big shout out to all you PC gamers who have kept the
Kane wins, peaceful power.
These last 25 years. I mean, I live in death, I guess. Thanks for letting me interrupt, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the show. For the glory of Nod!
Well, Kane, I'll play the GDI campaign after the stream, honest.
Do you have any rare action figures? Perhaps you're one of the lucky owners of an out-of-print collectible, something you'd never trade away in a million years. Our next game is a celebration of toys and art. On its surface, a game about collecting, customizing, and trading,
voting me.
It's also a highly social playground.
Yeah, they did open source, they released the code, so mods are going to be available right out the gate.
Is Blanco's Block Party.
But yeah, just for those who have just joined in, after this is over, I'm going to be playing the final GDI mission in Command & Conquer Remastered, so if you haven't seen it before and you want to see some of that, I will be playing the final GDI mission after this is over.
Dance and race and shoot and jump and fly with jetpacks or maybe bat wings. And there's lava and a mountain made of junk food. Where you can create your own worlds and have your own adventures where you are in charge. Where you can make your very own games with your very own rules. And all your friends can come and play. Like this one here. Yep, them too. And I don't know what that dude is, but he is cool. What? They're all toys? Come to life. And I can actually play with them and own them all. That's f***ing sweet. But you see, this place isn't a legend at all. It's a party.
Here to bring us the inside look at Blanco's Block Party is Jamie Jackson from Mythical. Jamie, thanks so much for joining us today.
Hey man, thanks for having me.
I would love if you could just address what is Blancos.
Blancos it's a game about vinyl toys kind of coming to life and where they go when a human leaves the room. But it's also more than just a game. It's a place for content creators and gamers and collectors to come together and hang out and build the worlds and games that they really want to play in. And you can have as many as your friends come and hang out with you as you want. But you could also drop the toys in. So the first toy you can play with is one called, it's a shooting mechanic. We got like a unicorn rocket launcher that fires ice creams. We got like a cactus grenade launcher that fires these little cactus balls. So it's all about kind of like arcade fun shooter stuff. And you can set that up as a team shooter. You could have squads. You can do a bunch of stuff with it. You can even just have it free for all. Some other stuff we're going to be dropping is race toys. So you could just do point to point. You could build this super sweet like platformer and just go A to B. You could do laps. And then another one is, because Blankos, they all survive on good vibes. That's kind of what powers them. So another one you can do is actually just a vibe collection. And what's kind of super cool is all of those toys work with each other. So you could build a race, and then you could drop some guns in it, and it can be a race, but you can pick up guns on the way and try and knock each other out.
So you have these huge flexible tools, this community focus. We've also seen in games like Fortnite these in-game events. Are these kinds of things that you think will show up in Blankos as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we felt that from the beginning of development, that Blankos wasn't just this place for players to go and build and create their own worlds, but it was a place for us to be able to share with them different content, whether that's a music concert, whether it's a movie trailer, you know, whether it's something no one's seen yet, but absolutely.
Oh, I see. You want to do what Fortnite does, right? Get those exclusive trailers, get those music concerts, you know. Totally not trying to do what Fortnite does.
We're really stoked we've been able to work with some of my favorites that I've been buying the vinyl toys of over the years. So John Paul Kaiser is a great artist from the UK. I ended up buying some of his toys.
Looks like an Undertale boss.
Now we get to work together and bring his toys to life in the game, which has been great fun. James Groman,
that looks
who I
creepy.
think just kind of really epitomizes vinyl toy design, just those clean vector-based lines. And one of my personal favorites is Pete Fowler, who for me was kind of one of the grandfathers of vinyl toy design.
I know people are going to want.
I mean, they have some nice looking designs. I'll give them that.
When they can play Blankos, when they can see more. Where do they go for that?
If you want to keep just up to date with things, go and check out blankos.com. You can register there right now, so you can, you know, secure your account name and get ready for launch. We're going to be launching end of the year, so not too far away now.
Community-driven development.
So if you get registered, we might be able to get you in that.
No
Jamie
kidding.
From Mythical, thank you so much for joining us today.
That's why PC Master Race.
Again, the name of the game is Blankos.
Due to the communities it spawns. PC Master Race.
Coming up next at this year's PC Gaming Show.
You're watching the PC Gaming Show, presented by PC Gamer. Stay tuned for more trailers, announcements, and footage. Coming up later, we celebrate the 20th anniversary of A Total War. What's next in Escape from Tarkov? The reveal of horror strategy game Rogue Lords, and more. Back to you, Frankie.
The PC is the birthplace of space flight action.
Well, that's the first hour.
And our next project, Everspace 2, expands on that tradition with its gorgeous handcrafted universe. The focus here is
Seen some good stuff so far. Don't know about you guys and girls.
Standing in the way of outfitting your ship with unique modules, weapons, and devices. And, as we're about to see in this next trailer, combat won't just take place in the cold vacuum of space, but also the atmospheres of planets themselves. Here's Everspace 2.
So is this like a flying game or an RTS? Or... guessing it's a flying game. Oh, that was cool. You just went inside the planet. Okay, looks kind of nice, I guess. What on earth? Inclinati.
PC gamers, I'm sure you'll
Yeah,
agree.
what?
If a horse shows up at your door,
That's some Monty Python shit there.
a horse, it's probably best to keep the door shut. One of the coolest things about a Total War Saga Troy, the next game from Creative Assembly, is that it will enable players to experience multiple different versions of how the iconic battle went down, including several explanations for what that mythical horse actually was. I'll get the door while you watch the latest trailer.
Peggy 16.
Oh, silver-tongued Odysseus, there is only one response to Queen Helen's abduction, and that is war.
In Total War Saga Troy, you can rewrite the events of one of the greatest conflicts ever told, the Trojan War. As Odysseus besieged the legendary city of Troy in 3 ingenious and equally devastating ways, all based around prominent theories from throughout the ages as to what the iconic Trojan horse really resembled.
The walls of this city may appear to be mighty, but no defenses are impregnable.
Using gargantuan siege towers, take the fight to the walls.
Siege horses, apparently.
And force them back into their pitiful city.
Yeah, another Total War game. How you doing, little fellas?
The enemy are unaware of your presence. Position your troops to retain your advantage once the attack begins.
Sneak troops into the city in a vast, horse-headed vessel fit for the gods.
Sneak troops.
Use guerrilla tactics to sabotage the unbreachable city gates, leaving the Trojan warriors defenseless, allowing the Achaean soldiers to begin razing the city to the ground.
Their walls have been breached.
Even the greatest defenses cannot stand against nature's might. In a land ravaged by earthquakes, patience is rewarded. Send your troops forward. Troy is yours for the taking.
CJ, not shit, huh? I've never played a Total War game.
In a war that will define the ages. Experience.
All I know is that in Total War Warhammer, according to the Mandalore Gaming Review, sieges are the worst part.
Was Total War Saga Troy, which we'll get to play in 2021. And hey, speaking of sneaking in big surprises, a master of segue. This year, we've teamed up with Intel to build a legendary custom computer inspired by art, weaponry, and the artifacts found in the game.
I agree, Pharaoh.
I understand you know your way around
Retro
the computer,
shooters, great to see.
Sean, I have a soft spot for Bronze Age computers.
Well, great. Why don't you tell our audience a little bit more?
Can do, Sean. Behold, PC gamers. This build is centered around Intel's CPU, the 10th gen Intel Core i9-10900K processor. This 10th flagship CPU is built for maximum game performance and overclocking, especially useful in epic strategy games like a Total War Saga Troy. The build also features a top-of-the-line GeForce RTX 2080 Ti, Also on the Asus motherboard,
Where's the laptop version?
of fast storage and 128 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. The unit is powered by a platinum-certified Corsair 1200 watt power supply, and temperatures are kept at a nominal level thanks to 9 RGB fans running alongside liquid cooling.
9? Holy shit, that's a lot.
It's not only effective at heat conduction, but according to my readings, aesthetically pleasing. Is this what you humans call love?
PCs are more than specs. They're a passion. When we build a PC, we form
Yeah,
a
I
relationship
remember
with that
this
piece
bit.
of hardware. We wanted to show you every step of that process. For this build, we enlisted a master craftsman, Brian Carter, a PC modder with over a decade and a half of experience. PC Gamer and Intel have created a 4-part series following Brian as he created this epic artifact. DevBot, cue it up.
Hey, my name is Brian Carter, and I've been building custom PC mods for over 16 years. I'm working with Intel and a Total War Saga Troy on a very special custom PC.
That kind of surprises me though about Phallus. I would have thought the Total War games would excel in large-scale battles. You know, considering that's what they're all about. I thought a Siege would have been like the best part of those games.
Functionalize them to house our best-in-class components, like the 10th gen Intel Core i9-10900K processor. Then I'll show you how I assemble, finish, and test this one-of-a-kind PC. A big thank you to Intel and Creative Assembly for letting me work on this incredibly fun and challenging project. I hope you like it.
Oh, it looks so good, and I have some good news. Episode 1 is available now, and I have even better news. You can win this PC from DevBot's loving clutches. Head on over to pcgamer.com/IntelPC to learn more and enter for a chance to win. And with that, it's time to return to more PC Gaming Show action. With the
I think I'll be alright with my computer at the moment. Thanks, Day9.
Last year, Remnant from the Ashes challenged gamers to take on monstrous creatures in a post-apocalyptic world. Today, we're excited to announce the biggest update yet for the game. Upcoming DLC that will conclude this thrilling saga. The fate of humankind is at stake. It's time to bring an end to the root once and for all. This is the world reveal of Remnant from the Ashes, Subject 2923, available August 20th on PC, Xbox One, and PS4.
They say hope is what makes us human. Hope also let us think we'd won. But the root have another gate somewhere. Another hole we have to plug in our sinking civilization. Maybe the root's not the only thing we need to worry about.
The new Remnant from the Ashes content looks fantastic. And you know what else is fantastic? Hearing the opinions of strangers from the internet. Nothing makes my day as much as hearing what's inside your mind. So please use hashtag PC Gaming Show on whatever your platform of preference may be, and you just might have your comment show up live on the show. Now for our next title, we have to look at classic remasters. Capcom has been updating the original Resident Evil games, and in the same vein, 2K is now updating Mafia. The original Mafia trilogy is getting a full definitive edition remaster, with the original game, the 2002 Mafia, getting a full ground-up remake with 4K support. We got a brand new trailer for you, so let's take a look at Lost Heaven 2 decades later.
Hey, Tommy. Detective Norman. How long you been in town?
3 years.
They handed you the Morello case. Right out of the gate.
That's what the paper says, ain't it? And what's it to you?
Case must be getting pretty cold by now.
Or you got something might warm it up?
Yeah, I might have something. call you, son?
Thomas. Thomas Angelo, sir.
Oh, sorry, I want to make a clarification from earlier. It's Mafia 2 that I heard is the shit one. I don't know about the others.
Man, DevBot, after a beautiful trailer like that, I gotta know, do you have any contacts in the Mafia?
Sean, I have left that life behind me. I'm programmed not to form relationships with organized crime. However, I can call one of the developers of Mafia Definitive Edition.
Well, fantastic. Let's ring him up, DevBot. Joining me to talk about Mafia is the president and CCO of Hangar 13. It is Hayden Blackman. Hayden, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So for people who haven't played the original Mafia, which is a 2002 release, talk to us about this game.
Mafia, the Definitive Edition, is a complete ground-up remake of Mafia from 2002, which is a seminal game that really launched the Mafia franchise. And in Mafia, you take on the role of Tommy Angelo, who is a cab driver that falls in with the mob during the 1930s, actually during the height of Prohibition, in a city called Lost Heaven, which is loosely based on Chicago. And as a member of the Salieri crime family, he really gets embroiled in a war with the Morello crime family, and we kind of explore that story and Tommy's evolution from cab driver to respected member of the Mafia.
I feel like in the last 10 years, we've seen HD editions, remasters that are more graphical updates, but my understanding is that this is far more than just a new coat of paint on a game from 2002. Talk to me about what a remake means.
Everything was rebuilt, so every asset, every cinematic was reshot, and all the gameplay was completely redone. Now, we've kept all the same big beats from the original game. The story is the same for the most part. All the big plot points are there. All the missions are there and represented. But again, everything was completely rebuilt from the ground up in order to kind of meet the expectations of today's gamers and take advantage of today's technology.
The location in pretty much every open world game is a central character. In 2002, we have seen a ton of gameplay changes between then and now, 2020. Can you talk a little bit about some of the ways you've updated the open world setting and maybe some of the new mechanics that players can expect?
So we do that a number of different ways. You know, one, we looked at how populated can we make
it. I watched a playthrough of the entire first Mafia years ago on YouTube. Like, I was just curious. It's apparently quite a slow-paced story that's meant to have some decent moments in it, but it's very odd. Like, you gotta be careful of your speed limit, apparently. Like, you can't speed, you have to be careful with the cops and stuff.
You need to make sure that there's not as many 90-degree
like, you spend a lot of time driving to some of the spots. It's not quite as action-packed as you might think, but it's like slow burner kind of deal.
Sure that the roads have, grip, or they're slick in the rain, and so that, I think,
kind of interesting to see if they
because most of the way that you
keep that in the redefinition or whatever.
Building things from the ground up, I gotta ask you about the cinematics. I mean, they look gorgeous in the trailer. And I mean, what was the process of rebuilding?
Because its story wasn't too bad from what I saw of this playthrough.
It was really, how
it was a decent story.
These, again, taking advantage of some of the cutting edge stuff that we've been doing at Hangar 13. So, we have, really great facial scanning and likeness capture technology, a state-of-the-art mocap facility. So we really wanted to take advantage of that for
Mafia 1 speedrun community.
So we did go in and we rewrote all the cinematics. Again, to add some of that language and add some of that.
What is the world record for Mafia 1? I wonder.
Without losing the essence of each moment.
Well, now it's time for my favorite question.
Yeah.
When can we play Mafia Definitive Edition, and where can people go right now to learn more?
Sure. So we are looking at an August 28th launch date, and we still, have a ways to go, and we're working on that kind of final polish push right now. But I'm really confident, really bullish in that date right now. If you want more information, you can go to mafiagame.com.
After seeing the trailer, I personally am hyped, Hayden. Thank you so much for joining us at this year's PC Gaming Show. Once again, mafiagame.com. For our next title, it's time to head on over to Frankie.
Sean, next up, it's one of those games that looks so pretty, we just had to show it to you. Ever wondered what Slay the Spire might be like with Tim Burton at the helm? Well, Rogue Lords could be the answer. It's being jointly developed by Cyanide and Leica Studio and sees you building a team from storybook psychos like Dracula, Bloody Mary, and Baron Samedi. Makes all the more sense when you realise you're being employed by the devil himself, a job that has my name written all over it. The game is out this October, and we've got a brand new gameplay trailer.
Hi everyone, and welcome to this exclusive gameplay reveal of our new title, Rogue Lords. Development is moving forward, and we are very excited to share some in-game elements and combat mechanics for the very first time. Rogue Lords is a rogue-like game where you play as the devil. You have to build your team with legends of evil and lead them in runs through multiple events and fights. After a terrible defeat years ago, you're finally coming back with your most faithful disciples to wreak havoc and terror in a world unbalanced after your long absence. The combat is turn-based and strategic. You will need to build your set of skills through your run to be prepared for any threat, analyze your enemy's next attacks, and create combos to secure victory. Every skill costs action points. You should think how to make the best of them each turn. When one of your disciples becomes vulnerable, your own health bar is exposed, which is persistent during the entire run. If your health is reduced to 0, your run is finished. In Rogue Lords, you are the devil, so you don't have to play by the same rules as mortals. When the situation becomes tricky, you can use souls to play with the interface and change an enemy health bar, for example. This is an expensive trick to use, but very powerful and useful.
Oh, that's kind of cool idea.
Thank you for watching the video. Stay tuned for more info coming soon. See you next time.
You can just cheat.
If you're a big fan of roguelikes, you know they're known for two things: procedurally generated worlds and permadeath. Our next game, Unexplored 2, puts an interesting twist on these ideas. What if your character's demise changed the game world itself, altering it for all of your future playthroughs? From developer Ludomotion and publisher Big Sugar, this is Unexplored 2, The Wayfarer's Legacy.
When called upon to be the next Wayfarer, will you answer? When tasked to take your place in a long line of heroes, will you waver? When challenged to forge your legacy out of strife, hardship, and magic, will you be victorious? This is our world. It is your burden. From beyond the gate into the First Valley, there is no return. Will you be ready?
The latest update for Dauntless is the most
And there's a trailer that doesn't show any of what Frankie just asked.
In Call of the Void, players unravel a mystery surrounding an ancient civilization, culminating in a showdown.
Permadeath affecting the game world? And here's a trailer that shows none of that.
Dauntless.com right now and use the code PCGamingShow2020. You can get some free in-game rewards. Nice. Let's take a closer look at this update that's available now in Dauntless. This is Call of the Void.
Also, Dwarf Fortress would like to have a word with you about that roguelike with death meaning something element. So very purple and oily. What exactly is Dauntless anyway?
On the PC gaming show. Here's what's around the corner. Take a closer look at Blightbound, the new action RPG from Devolver. A special collection of exciting independent games coming to PC. Back to you, Frankie.
There aren't many games about being in nature, which is why Among Trees caught my eye. In this first-person survival sandbox, you get to explore a colourful, breathing world that's full to the brim with life. Just don't go wandering around like Snow White. Wild, deadly beasts share this painted world with you, and you'll want to move carefully to avoid their bitey bits. Produced by a 3-person team out of Sweden, this project demonstrates the creative power of independent creators on PC.
Okay. Idea. Is that the Aurora Borealis or the Aurora Strauss? I don't know, a lot of them.
Now, if you're like me, you've drunk your fair share of potions in video games over the years. But you've probably never stopped to consider the business side of these magical elixirs. In Potionomics, you're a witch who must save her potion shop from the clutches of greedy loan sharks, bartering and haggling with a slew of demanding customers. Let's take a closer look at this unique fantasy
It's kind of the other thing that's not really going away, the whole survival in the middle of the woods, build, survive, build thing. Yayifications! Ooh, Exceed, okay. I did say yayifications, yes. Yeah, Reciteer. I never actually played it too much, but I liked its idea. Oh, it's a card game with a potion shop. Alright. Oh no. I think I have Reciteer. Possibly.
We spend a lot of time in video games fixated on finding the best.
I think I do anyway.
Game. But in our next game, Mortal Shell,
you have enough requests, Lord Misfit. Calm down.
In a dungeon looking for a +1 sword. You're exploring a shattered world for the remains of defeated warriors that you then possess like a ghost. These are the Mortal Shells, and they're much more than mere pieces of armor and stats. Each one has a complicated
It's not an arms race, Lord Misfit.
And an identity might give you mixed feelings about the body you're occupying. Coming later this year exclusively to the Epic Games Store on PC, let's take a look at this gorgeous and brutal action game, Mortal Shell.
You're messing with me. How dare you mess with me?
I foresaw this. Scratched sigils on the walls. Counted the days until you'd come. 1,000,000 eyes peering across time and space.
That is a cool looking staircase.
Of the unknown.
Or ramp.
PC gaming show. You seem different.
What?
The consecrated fires revealed cinders and shadows. But beneath it all, no monsters. No gods. Only oblivion.
Looks quite atmospheric. Oh, it's a skeleton. You play as a skeleton.
Wait, there's more.
Man.
You've gotten the chance to see some of the core gameplay of Mortal Shell, but now it's time to talk about bosses. Bosses are a classic staple of this type of RPG, and in our second piece of Mortal Shell footage, we'll see a boss that isn't just a one-and-done threat. Instead, it's a constant adversary throughout the campaign. The Hattern is a mysterious figure who stalks the player throughout Mortal Shell. As you grow in skill and master new weapons, so will he. The clip we're about to watch shows the player's very first duel with the elusive adversary. Let's take a look.
Oh, I see. It's a Souls-like. I mean, it looks... Actually, it looks a bit slow-paced. Like... Doesn't look bad. Looks quite nice, actually. Slow-paced, tense combat. It looks like his stamina's never really an issue, though, in this. What on earth is that? Is that like a time slow ability, or...? I'm all confused as to why they keep freezing like that. Alright. Bong. Someone's rung the bell.
Typically on the PC Gaming Show, we don't spend too much time talking about.
It looks like a very slow-paced Souls-like.
The beauty of PC gaming is that one way or another, almost all games find their way to us and are often better off for it. After giving Blade Runner and Turok the Remaster treatment, Night Dive Studios is now modernizing Shadow Man, a 1999 cult classic.
Shadow Man,
They're adding in support for 4K and widescreen, plus a whole suite of cut content from this dark action classic. Let's take a closer look.
Yeah, they've been tearing up the classic landscape. Valiant. Oh right, that's an... Yeah, I mean, they've done some good stuff. Yeah, I remember this game. I never played it, but I remember it wasn't popular at the time. Hey, PC Gaming Show, you know what would help with these trailers? Not having that stupid ticker at the bottom during them. It's kind of covering up some of the UI. In development. This showman can't be defeated with top spin.
I am on a first-name basis with our next guest, as he has been here at the PC Gaming Show 6 years running. From Tripwire Interactive, the president himself, it's John Gibson.
Oh boy, time for Killing Floor 2 updates.
I'm so excited to be back with you again.
And maybe a Manny to Louise.
Cool stuff happening at Tripwire.
Yeah, you guys have been doing a lot of stuff, and I just want to kick off by asking, talk to me about Killing Floor 2.
So Killing Floor 2 just released the Perilous Plunder Summer Update. It's got 4 new weapons: Blunderbuss, Glock 18, Kaboom Stick, Tesla Launcher, new official map called Desolation, Space Pirate themed outfits. We're running a seasonal event.
Yeah, I played it. It's a nice map, actually.
And right
quite
now,
lengthy.
It's free on Steam for a week, so you can go play it.
I also have to ask about the follow-up to a game that was announced at the PC Gaming Show, Chivalry 2. Talk to me about Chivalry 2.
So we're working with Torn Banner Studios. We're publishing, Torn Banner's developing, and Chivalry 2 is coming along great. It's so fun, and we're excited to announce some big news: cross-play between the PC and the consoles, so you can hack and slash your console friends in Chivalry 2.
And last, a game that has been so popular on Twitch. Talk to me about Maneater.
Yeah, so we were
yeah.
so
when can we play
it?
it?
Maneater out the door. You know, we've shown it to you guys originally in 2018. We had all that fun with Frankie in the shark suit, which I'm kind of missing. The game is doing great. People are loving it. So much fan love. So many fan videos. We're just really happy to have it out there, and people eating lots of humans.
It's such a funny game too. You know, you've talked a little bit about
except that Maneater isn't on the PC yet.
Tripwire Interactive. What's coming up next for Tripwire?
Oh, is it?
So I wish we could come forward and announce an all-new game, and that would be great. But I can give you a few hints. So Chivalry 2, you know, is in process. It's going to be coming out in the not too distant future, hopefully. Maneater, we're taking the community feedback and we're looking at things that we can add to the game. So you haven't seen the last of Maneater. And Killing Floor 2,
I thought Maneater was on EGS.
So we're really thinking about what's next for the Killing Floor franchise. So stay tuned.
Well, if history is any indicator, John, I'm sure I'll see you at next year's PC Gaming Show with those very updates. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you very much, Sean.
Now, at this year's PC Gaming Show, we've already taken a look at some Epic Game Store exclusives. Mortal Shell, in particular, looks very promising.
It's on the Epic Game Store?
Of what else there is.
Oh god, they didn't make it a fucking Epic exclusive, did they? Alright, whatever. Guess we'll get Maneater when we get it. I could be wrong. The Epic Game Store showing time. HD Tony Hawk. Alright. Okay. Oh, fucking really? Wow. I was looking forward to that game a little bit. I was curious to check it out. But an Epic exclusive? That would explain why I haven't been able to play it yet. Well, guess I'll check it out next year. Fuck you, Tripwire. I mean, I could make an Epic account, sure, but no. No, I'm not invested either.
Is a free-player dungeon crawler where you and your friends explore unique dungeons, fighting.
That's disappointing though, because I saw the console and it's like, this looks like it'll be fun for a week or two.
Fallen heroes to expand your roster of available warriors. Blightbound will battle its way
Due to a death pod ahead of the trailer for one game
as
slipped
an
through the
ever-expanding
cracks.
game with new maps, new heroes to add to your roster, and new loot to retrieve through free updates.
I mean, Maneater still looks like a fun game, but I had no idea they'd put a 12-month exclusivity contract on it.
Behold, Blightbound, a cooperative dungeon crawler that tasks 3 heroes to venture down from their mountain refuge to face the abominations of the Blight, a mysterious and corrupting fog that enshrouds the land. Each player will choose a hero from one of 3 classes: warrior,
Forge Titan's might!
assassin,
Let me at him.
or mage.
My greatest power awaits.
Battle a terrifying horde of monstrous enemies and colossal bosses. Each class of hero fulfills a specific role on the team to overcome mounting odds, solve clever puzzles, and synchronize their ultimate abilities to unleash massive damage. Battle through 3 distinct lands, each with several dungeons to conquer, including the eerie Gravemine, the oppressive Underhold, and the precarious Blood Ridge. Steel your nerves and prepare once again to enter the Blight Warrior. We are Blightbound.
Alright, looks like it could be alright.
Are you viewers at home still thinking about that computer?
No, not really.
Oh, sorry. And now more from the PC Gaming Show.
One thing we cherish about PC gaming is its openness. The PC is a platform where anyone can build stuff, tinker, and express themselves, and that spirit invites creators, streamers, developers, stores, and all kinds of different voices to contribute to PC gaming's vibrancy.
Like me!
We've featured a lot of exciting independent games here today, but in rapid-fire succession, here are 8 more indie projects that we're excited about.
There's nobody else on
Shadows of
Twitch
Doubt
who
is a
gets angry at
detective stealth game
Revenants.
set in a fully simulated sci-fi noir city.
Yeah. Ooh. Deus Ex style. Ish. Oh, cool. It's
In the Forgotten City,
stylish,
you fall into
I
an
guess.
ancient Roman utopia, only to find it full of people, mysteries, and difficult moral choices. Explore an open world locked in time.
Each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. Somebody is about to end our lives. Your job is to figure out who and stop them. You already know what will happen if you fail.
A mod for what? I've never heard of it.
Truth in Paradise Killer, a first-person open-world murder mystery. Play as investigation freak Lady Love Dies as they explore the world, uncover the facts, and breathe life back into paradise.
There's been a murder. Last night, Paradise was killed. I am investigation freak Lady Love Dies, reporting for duty. It's my job to scour the streets of Paradise and hunt for evidence. Any one of these psychopaths could have done it. Breathing life back into Paradise won't be easy. When love dies, all that remains are the facts. Paradise Killer, coming soon.
Haven is an RPG about the journey of 2 lovers escaped to a lost planet to stay together.
They're holding hands.
Here we go. More wrestling. Good thing we don't have to scrub.
At worst, I kill them.
Whoa. You.
Oh, come on. Dodge this one.
Got it.
You rock. You like that?
That's gonna hurt.
looks like it could be a charming little game, I guess.
Is a narrative-driven drug empire simulator where you rule as a succession of fictional drug lords in a world where death and violence are inevitable.
Are those cup girls like wiggling? I swear those cop cars were wiggling.
Survival co-op adventure game set in a dangerous, ruined
Pablo
world
Escobar
where
simulator.
you and friends must survive the Great Flood. Chris Tales is an indie love letter to classic RPGs that lets you experience past, present, and future simultaneously.
No gameplay whatsoever there. But there's a demo. Hey, as a demo at least.
In a vibrant fantasy world created in collaboration with RPG veteran Chris Avallone, Alaloth offers fast-paced action with a deep narrative, bringing ARPG dynamics to a new level with a skill-based gameplay inspired by great classics and modern masterpieces.
Weird West is a curious project from the co-creators
Right.
of two of our favorite
Indie
games,
stuff.
Dishonored
Woo.
and Prey. Despite its top-down perspective, Weird West carries forth much of the same spirit of those first-person games laid out in a dark reimagining of the Wild West, filled with fantastical creatures. From Wolf-Eye Studios and Devolver, let's take a look at Weird West.
The West, the land of opportunity. A place where you can be a hero, a scoundrel, and anything in between. This ain't quite the Wild West as you know it. There are ancient powers at war with each other. Strange entities lurking in the dead of night with their own rules and their own peculiar motives. Welcome to the Weird West.
Co-creators of Dishonored and Prey. Which Prey? I'm guessing the modern one.
Coming out here could be the best thing that ever happened to you. If you can survive, that is.
No,
Joining me to talk
no
about
real
Weird
gameplay
West is the
show.
president and creative director at Wolf-Eye Studios. It's Raf Colantonio. How's it going, Raf?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
I am awesome and eager to talk about this game. And I want to start with something very straightforward. What is Weird West?
Weird West is action
Oh, there we
RPG.
go.
that is set in an
Yes.
environment that is called the Weird West. And it's very much of the kind of games that I've been working on in the past, except that the perspective is more like a isometric, top-down kind of view.
Yeah, I mean, we've referenced Prey and Dishonored, and we normally think of the immersive sim as first-person games like that. What happens when you try to translate that to that top-down isometric perspective?
There's not much different in the spirit. You will really find yourself at home. It's just that it's a different perspective. So instead of seeing through the eyes of the player, the character, you have a chance to run a party of people. So you have followers, and you have more kind of like a strategy kind of view. But the exploration and everything is, is still the same kind of spirit, but with a different perspective.
And in particular for people that maybe haven't played immersive sims, I know that the whole notion of creative problem solving is a big aspect. Multiple ways to get past the same obstacle. Can you give some examples of that in Weird West?
We like games where we set up an environment for you, a context, there's a world, there are characters, there are objects, and all of those objects have got consistent rules. And then there's an objective, which is, for example, go inside this house and frame a character by putting a letter that he did not actually truly write, but you put it there so that the sheriff can find it, right? You could do it in a very stealthy way, which would be what you would imagine people would do. So probably use a power and put people to sleep and then get inside.
You've talked about the different things that you can do as a
sorry
player
about
in
that.
the game.
Brief blip there.
What can the player do to shape who the character is over the course of the game?
Right, so this is a very good question and also a very dangerous one for me.
It's the riskiest question yet, man.
To make it simple, you are going to play 5 different characters. Once the main quest is over with the first character, you go to the next one. Now, the first one is still in the world, so you can go back and recruit him or her in your party.
What does death mean for you and for your companions in Weird West?
It's a risk that we're taking. We're gonna have different modes. There's the super hard mode where you die and you're dead.
Is the game sort of designed to be like playing in one forward timeline? If someone dies, you're not supposed to reload. You're just supposed to continue to play within the same world?
Yeah, you continue to play with the same world, but now the sad thing is that that doesn't apply to your followers, the characters that are with you, but maybe they'll come back at you someday under the form of an undead, or you don't know what's gonna happen. You can revive your followers if you're there and if you have the right tools with you, but if you don't and they die, that's it. Your followers are now in a little graveyard somewhere.
You make it sound cute. A precious little graveyard. Well, they will maybe come back as the undead. Yeah. Now, Raph, when can people get their hands on Weird West?
So the game ships in 2021, but some of you are gonna have a chance to play a demo actually pretty soon in the incoming months. You can follow Wolfeye Studios on Twitter and as well as.
Oh my God, a demo!
As well. For more information.
It's not gonna be early access, is it? By any chance?
Well, wonderful, Raph. Thank you so much for coming out. Once again, that is Devolver Digital, Wolfeye Studios on Twitter for that upcoming demo. For our next game, believe it or not, yet again, we're gonna go to Frankie.
Seems like it could be potentially interesting.
I don't know about you, but there are times I wish for a simpler life. A life spent as a farmer in a humble JRPG village, where all I have to worry about is which vegetables to plant, what to name my chickens, and which of the dozen townsfolk I should propose marriage to. Our next game is a return to that simpler life. From XSEED Games, this is Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town.
Oh, look how cute it all is. And you only have to wait 1 month.
I'm so happy that you've been sending in your reactions, your memes, your takes.
I'm waiting for Garfield Kart 2.
Through the wonderful magic of motion graphics.
Someone get me a pineapple off the Twitter.
I'm delighted by so many of them. Furious at a few, but I'm confused by none because you're just making a lot of sense today. We're in the home stretch of the show, so please continue to let us know which PC games you're excited about.
Hey, B-Hop, how you doing?
Hashtag PC Gaming Show. Now, when it comes to genres, there are few as ambitious on PC as the MMO. It requires a vast amount of resources to create a rich, living, breathing world to entertain hundreds of thousands of players for years.
There is a Garfield Kart
I watched season 1 of Mythic
Furious
Quest.
Racing.
Due on closed beta on July 23rd, Amazon Games' New World aims to deliver that vast open world with pitched battles of 100 players. I'm excited to announce
100 players.
Right now, you can get into that July 23rd beta a full month before the full release on August 25th. This is New World.
A wise decision, Ward Misfit. Sorry, I'm just a bit... Yeah, this is a new game from Amazon, I think. I thought it was called Crucible. Pew pew!
Here on the PC Gaming Show, we're big fans of Life
Well,
is
can you
Strange,
pick me
the
up?
award-winning adventure series from developer Don't Nod. Having undergone some big changes since its first reveal in 2018,
Mom!
Clear, the studio's next game, is a psychological thriller that follows investigative journalist Sam, who returns to his hometown in West Virginia. Available to wishlist now on the Epic Games Store. Let's watch.
Does that say exclusives to the Epic Games Store?
Basswood is many things. Peaceful tops that list. Until that day.
You're the one in the driver's seat, Sam. I can't make you do anything. Coming back to Basswood was your idea. Just try and make sure you don't do anything stupid.
I know you think that the only thing waiting for you down there is hurt. You might be right. The good news, though, at least you don't have to do it alone.
Okay.
You may have seen Metal Hellsinger announced earlier this week, and today we get the opportunity to take a closer look at this unique game that the studio bills as a rhythm FPS. Published by Funcom, you have to battle through 8 hells, blasting demons to a heavy metal soundtrack. And to talk about one of the most epic encounters in the game is the creative director at The Outsiders, David Goldfarb. Take it away, David.
Thanks. And let me say it's a pleasure to be here. And I think right now everybody needs some games to give us a break from the reality that we're currently inhabiting. So that's why we're here now.
Yes.
So what you're about to see here is an exclusive peek of some pre-alpha gameplay of our upcoming game, Metal Hellsinger. I hope you like it.
I know them more for the Secret World development team. An adventure game that sadly is an MMO. Did it say a rhythm-based FPS? Glory kill. Ooh, got a bit of a metal soundtrack. A lot of games are going to take that inspiration, Archvale. If you're going to be inspired, but at least be inspired by something good. Doesn't look terrible. Yeah, that's nice to know, but can you release the Secret Worlds as single player, please?
Hello everybody, Felicia Day here, and I play the Magician in the Dungeons of Nahelbeck, The Amulet of Chaos. The Amulet of Chaos is a fun and silly tactical RPG that's coming to PC later this summer. It features a group of adventurers searching a dungeon for treasure. Each one of the characters has their own skill sets, or lack thereof, fighting styles, and inventory. Each one is kind of a failure, but together, they're too dumb to fail. The game doesn't take itself too seriously. It has lots of in-jokes for tabletop games, and for some reason it features a lot of chickens. Anyway, here is an exclusive preview of The Amulet of Chaos.
Too dumb to fail. And that's gonna that seems like a meme in progress, honestly.
You again? I'd expected your asses to be turned into lampshades by now. You roach! I'm pissed. Ha! Pleased to meet you, pissed. I'm Rip.
What a burn.
We'll smash your rotten brains out of your skull.
How about we try diplomacy, maybe?
No. Attack!
Guards, guards! Dispatch these smelly bushwhackers! Zivat relic, hastenbat!
Alright. Ooh, watch the extended version on our YouTube channel.
Who says you need water to go sailing? Our next game, Red Sails, puts you on a boat in the middle of a sea of desert. In this intriguing narrative adventure, you rescue stranded people while looking for the rest of your clan. Let's take a look at Red Sails.
Are we gonna have time? Hopefully, yes. I think there's only about 10 or so minutes left. Take me to my village under the star. Okay, sailing on the sand. Interesting, I guess.
So, DevBot, do you have any access to some medical programs in case I, bump my foot against some of these cold, unforgiving walls?
Query received, Sean. In order to familiarize you with basic life-saving procedures, I have established contact.
Is that the red spy from Team Fortress there on the wall in a picture frame?
Well, I wasn't really planning
Oh,
on
it
doing
is.
surgery. I feel like if I was injured, you'd be the one doing the surgery.
My analysis shows that Surgeon Simulator 2 contains all of the vital instructions for repairing fragile human bodies. 1 hour of Surgeon Simulator 2 is equivalent to 1 year of human medical school.
That's not true, but
that's
I
a
appreciate
Mercy
your enthusiasm
doll
and
as
thirst
well.
for knowledge, DevBot, and I'm certainly interested in this game. So let's take a look at Surgeon Simulator 2.
Hellsinger interests you the most, so you equipped it. It looks potentially interesting. I mean, Funcom tend to make interesting games, maybe just not always good at executing them. They used to be really good at making adventure games like years and years and years ago. So a rhythm-based FPS game might be good. Maybe keep an eye on that one. Is that your new IP? You got your new IP, Captain Caleb. And there were some remasters. I certainly got a few things I wanted to check out. In Sound Mine, Gloomwood, that undangerous spaceman thing from New Blood. Just ripped his head off. Oh, this looks delightfully silly. Really silly. Oh.
Joining us to talk
Tonight's
about
Epic
Surgeon Simulator
exclusive.
2, we got Mark Pick on the line. Mark, thanks so much for joining us.
Hello, thanks for having me.
So, for anyone who has not experienced the hilarity of Surgeon Simulator 1, can you just give us the gist and tell us, what is Surgeon Simulator 2 all about?
We've kind of taken the tone and the heart of the original, which is that chaotic physics gameplay, and we've really kind of blown it out to brand new epic proportions. So in the original game, you're just one arm kind of moving around on one table. In the new game, you're actually a fully limbed surgeon moving around for the first time in the series on 2 feet.
Yeah,
in the original game,
I'd have thought so.
Yeah, right. What an innovative feature in 2020. In the original game as well, you were limited to just surgery, whereas in Surgeon Simulator 2, there's a whole plethora of brand new mechanics, challenges, and gameplay elements to explore. You're not just looking over one patient's chest cavity anymore, but you're actually exploring a fully fledged medical facility.
Can you maybe tease a little bit of some of the other, perhaps, medical operations that I get to perform in Surgeon Simulator 2?
Yeah, so there is 12 operations in the game, and you will have seen a few of those in the trailer just now. Think of that facility as like a little bit like the original Surgeon Simulator, with a bit of kind of a mad science.
Yeah, I saw the pop-up for that Drowkin.
Like, you're never really sure what's going to be around the next.
Yeah, I will be watching the extra trailer. Don't worry. Well, thank you anyway, Drowkin. How you doing?
So players are going to come across everything from like
okay, cool, bye
machines, over-engineered automatic patient dispensers. My personal favourite, which is actually an improvised cannon, where you can actually fire limbs or organs and things across to your fellow surgeons on the other side of the room to keep operating on Bob.
Now, Mark, I understand that there is a creation tool in Surgeon Simulator.
Someone pick up Bizarre Hermit's more already.
Yeah, that's right. So, in keeping with the variety and the surprise that we talked about before,
or
in
Bizarre Hermit
himself, 2,
we're
proud to announce that we are bringing the Bossa Labs creation mode to the game. Now, in creation mode, you as a solo player or in a group of up to 4 players can get stuck into the very same tools that we as designers and developers use.
Oh, there you go, 4 players. Yeah.
It's easy to use, intuitive, friendly set of tools where it's as much fun to create as it is to play.
So I want to ask, what are some of the examples of the types of levels, the types of creations that people have made?
That's a great question. So we've been live for the last few months already. The wealth and the variety of content made by players so far has been really, really incredible to see. So there's been everything in there from traditional takes on surgery, like the end of the original game. We've also got ghost ships in there. We've got bowling alleys. We've even got a take on the Surgeon Olympics, where people are bouncing around Bob's head and using that as a ball. And then we've got my personal favourite, which is the kind of the take on the bottle flip challenge. So I don't know if you're familiar with that, where you can kind of flip a bottle with the hands and kind of, it's not the easiest thing to do with the Surgeon Simulator hand. And you just kind of step back and see the physics chaos play out, and it's a lot of fun. It's very satisfying to see play out.
Mark, I had a blast playing Surgeon Simulator 1. When can people play Surgeon Simulator 2, and how do they get access to this creation workshop you've mentioned?
Surgeon Simulator 2 is coming to the Epic Game Store in August 2020, and you can pre-order that right now. You can also go to surgeonsimulator.com for more
Not on
information
Steam.
and follow us at
Sorry,
SurgeonSim
Steam
on Twitter
owners, you're gonna have to go to Epic
Thank you
Games.
so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
That's Mark Pick. I'm Sean Plott. Let's go to Frankie Ward.
Sean, you'll remember our next developer from their appearance in the PC Gaming Show way back in 2015. Hello Games are a small UK indie studio, perhaps better known for building the infinite, procedurally generated universe of No Man's Sky. But their next big release is an altogether more intimate, handcrafted affair. The Last Campfire is an adventure game, a story of a lost ember trapped in a puzzling place, searching for meaning and a way home. Let's check it out.
Clouds go rushing by. A drop becomes an ocean.
Yeah, apparently No Man's Sky is quite playable these days. They turned it around eventually and actually delivered. Oh, god damn it. Hold on, sorry everyone. Sorry everyone, got a brief blip there. And also coming to Epic.
Escape from Tarkov has become one of the breakout successes of 2020, becoming a smash hit on Twitch as players fell in love with its extra gritty take on first-person shooters. But as anyone who works on the internet will tell you, the people always want more. And more we've got for you today, because in a moment I'm going to be speaking to one of the game's developers about what's coming next, and that includes a spicy new map. Hey DevBot, why don't you show them what we got?
Oh, this. I don't know anything about this game other than it's supposedly a slightly different take on the Battle Royale genre. Like you do something a little differently. Escape from Tarkov, which is some kind of in development. I don't even know if it's really a Battle Royale type game. It's some like super realistic shooter thing where you do quests. I don't know fuck all about this game. I maybe watched a stream like a year ago. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Room looks nice, I guess.
Here with me to talk about what's coming
wow,
next.
not a single person was shot.
From Battle State
That's an interesting kind of trailer to do. A game where you explore an apartment.
By just for anyone who hasn't played or seen Escape from Tarkov, how does a session of Escape from Tarkov work? What makes it different from, say, a class-based shooter or a battle royale?
It's more about like true survival. You need to actually escape from a location through extract points, and you need to actually save your life and save your gear and your loot. And if you die, you will lose everything.
So how does the new map compare to the existing map set in Tarkov?
It will be the biggest and the most detailed location ever. It will be a lot of explorable buildings,
Stay tuned after the credits for a special world exclusive from New Blood.
So give me a breakdown of what's coming up in this upcoming patch.
Oh, sweet. Another New Blood exclusive.
More like a technical patch.
Awesome.
It will include the big addition called the expansion of Customs location. Customs is the pretty iconic location for the EFT. It will like enlarge the overall area by 30 or even 40%. The next updates we will totally like overhaul the whole skill system, and there will be new boss called Senator. This boss will able to heal his partners and like search for stashes. So we always try to bring something new in terms of new bosses. Really big amount of cool features are to come this year. We'll try to bring some new experience for you.
Escape from Tarkov has been playable for a long time. For anyone who's listening who hasn't yet played it, where should they go?
They should go to our site, www.escapefromtarkov.com, and see.
Yeah, that's the one, Dark Argyle.
So once again,
they must have missed one of their trailers in their segment.
Thank you, it's a pleasure.
For our next titled PC gaming show, it's time to head on over to the inimitable Frankie Ward.
Over the last decade, developer Red Barrels has given us some of the most messed up horror games ever created.
Sorry.
The next game in the Outlast series offers more mind-numbing terror, but this time with friends. Outlast Trials is set during the Cold War, and in this happy period of distrust, fear, and violence, you and your friends are human guinea pigs involuntarily recruited to test advanced methods of brainwashing and mind control. Good times.
Is this a game that's trying to be like Dead by Daylight?
The Outlast Trials.
I never played Outlast 2, only the first one, which was decent enough. I heard Outlast 2 was garbage. As soon as I heard multiplayer, I thought, oh, you're gonna go for the Dead by Daylight bandwagon, huh? Oh god. Picturing into his eye?
Night vision device fully operational, sir.
Excellent. Bring in the other subjects.
Grab my hand!
Not impressed.
And with that, the 2020 PC Gaming Show is now complete. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope that you got the chance to see some games that excited and delighted you. Also, as you might imagine, it is really challenging to put on a show with no nearby
Yeah, really.
So an enormous thanks to our
I guess it's another game trying to capitalize on the Dead by Daylight Friday the 13th.
Perfect World, Funcom, Frontier Developments, Xseed Games, Atlas, Intel, All In Games, Humble Games, Sega, Amazon Games, Merge Games, Tripwire Interactive, and the Epic Games Store.
Yeah, wow, that took a lot.
Without your support, we would not have had
I
the
get about
opportunity
the
to put on
Outlast
a
thing.
show for the greatest platform, PC Gaming. Now, before I say goodbye, I want to give a warm thanks and a chance for my co-host to say goodbye. Thanks again, DevBot.
I am glad to have been of service, Sean. I'm going to shut down into sleep mode to conserve power until next year. Frankie, what is your goodbye message?
thank you so much to all of our devs for
Yeah.
incredible games.
There's
And of course,
Totty,
thanks to our
the
sponsors
hamster.
for making this all happen.
Or
And
Gerbil.
finally, a big thanks to you guys at home for watching. I'm actually off with my little evil sidekick now to take over the world, and I really, really do look forward to being your evil Emperor Overlord. Until next
Guinea
year,
pig.
thank you so much,
Yes.
and goodbye.
Yeah, it's called Totty, apparently.
All right, that's it. Coming up next is the Future Games Show over at twitch.tv/gamesradar, where you'll see more exclusive reveals, deep dives on the future of gaming, and developer interviews. With that, I'm Sean Day9 Plot, and this has been the PC Gaming Show. Stay healthy, stay safe, and take care.
Thanks. In memory of Luke Edson. Who's that?
Hello, world. Or rather, goodbye, world. These are the credits.
Yes, they are.
Credits.exe. Load credits.bat. Open credits.wad. You get the idea. These are the humans who helped me make the show. I don't know why humans require acknowledgement for everything. Who is that? They are not in my database. My whole head is a video. I could have been the video team. You didn't even ask me.
Okay. Only a couple of highlights that interested you.
But I'm still not sure what a grip does. Look at how many people it takes to do the work of one dead bot. While you were watching this, I calculated pi to 49 trillion digits. How about you? HMU. Kids with their acronyms, am I right? I just hijacked all of these people's computers and found an alarming amount of Henry Cavill fanfiction. There should really be an achievement for watching this far into the credits. I am assuming direct control of these drones.
This is interesting, seeing me react to something as opposed to just playing a game. Yeah, I thought I'd do it for a change, you know. I mean, I wanted to watch this show because this is the one where they usually announce things I care about, and they did just that, so
Pro tip.
a couple of things I might be looking at later.
Door, save, please.
I'm sure it's got a little something for
I
everyone.
think I'd have a heck of a lot more RGB. Okay, I have to go now. Seriously, it is time to leave. This album is groovy. Error. Updating dictionary. This album slaps. The nature of God does not compute. However, he would definitely sound like Wayne. Speaking of tools, could someone adjust my on server motor? Oh yeah, that's the spot. Take a picture, weirdo. It'll last longer. There will now be a short quiz, so I hope you memorized all those names. And don't forget to thank your computer for showing it to you. The show is over. No, you may know. Initiating self-destruct sequence. Just kidding. I would never.
Okay. And this is the trailer we missed earlier. Ooh. This looks thief-tastic. Except even more bloody. David Szymanski, huh? Wow, you can actually fight people without it. Thief with guns.
Ah, inside at last, are ya? Welcome. Welcome!
There's a demo? Oh god, that's 2 demos now. Alright, let me put that down. Okay, I think that's it. Damn, that looks pretty good too. Oh, hi. Yeah, wait, yeah, I was gonna say, was that meant to be Stephen White as well? Oh, we got Stephen White again. Oh, amazing. Amazing stuff. Wow. He certainly is getting to places, holy shit. Hot damn. So, what did we all think of the PC gaming show? Well, I didn't get my Baldur's Gate 3 thing, but I saw it anyway. No Bloodborne for PC. No Amnesia Rebirth details. No Romero game stuff. But I did get Killing Floor 2, I guess. Oh, hell yeah. Demos. Oh, yes. There's a demo, and it's available right now. Oh, sweet. Right, well. That is a demo I'm going to have to download later. I put it on my wish list. And Greenwood. Oh my god, these games have demos. I love it. Isn't it nice when games have actual demos? Awesome. What was the other one? Thanks for the 125 bits, Lord Misfit. Ah, crap. What was that bloody one called? Hold on. The Newport thing. Oh, it was Unfortunate Spaceman, not I got the wrong bloody name. I put Undangerous, but it's Unfortunate. And yeah, it's actually free to play. Okay, cool. Apparently there's a Death Proof edition which costs $15.49, but there's also a... So what was this about Fuzzball saying Dusk got released on Nintendo Switch? Yeah, apparently Dusk is coming to Switch. Not really a surprise. Sorry, I was just waiting to Dragon on Steam there. Yeah, I did. Absolutely. I mean, I heard Nightmare House 2 and the same dev team, and I thought, I'm sold. Nightmare House 2 was great. Immediately going to check out the demo. I got me 2 new demos to play. 2 new demos to play. Oh, they look amazing. Oh my god, 2 new demos. Some people might have heard White on the Gloomwood video too. Only Persona 4 Golden, Proteus, and Gloomwood interested me. Well, Captain Caleb didn't get, well, actually, Captain Caleb got everything. He got the new IP and the remasters / reboots. No Star Wars Squadrons for Dark Archville, though. So, didn't get that. But yeah, I thought there was a pretty few good things there. In Sound Mind, Gloomwood. No Bloodborne. Yeah, no Bloodborne, that's true. But hey, more, and I'm not entirely surprised that Proteus is being delayed again. I mean, it's better it comes out when it's ready. You know. Gloom looks a lot better now, same for Proteus. Yeah, I'm hyped for Proteus too. I can't wait for that to come out. Also, can't wait for Maximum Action to complete, same with Wrath. I've got so many games to look forward to now, and additional ones. Jivos, my Outlast Trials could suck my nuts. Yeah, not impressed by that. I mean, it seems to be a game that's capitalizing on the whole 4 versus 1, what do they call it? No, it's not asymmetry, that's what Doom Eternal's doing. But yeah, the whole Dead by Daylight thing, that's gonna be shit, probably. I'd imagine. I mean, whatever. be one of those games that people play for 2 weeks and then get bored with. But yeah, nice to see New Blood Interactive getting an entire segment and being awesome. You know, so many new people are going to pick up Dusk now, and they're going to pick up all those other games, and the old school FPS renaissance is going to continue. It's going to be great. Absolutely good stuff. And I have 2 new games from that to look forward to now in the future. And yeah, the Shadow Man remastered. I mean, how many more games are we going to remaster, I wonder? I mean, they're apparently doing some Turok as well. Turok remaster might be nice to play someday. Who knows? But yeah, no Bloodborne, I suppose. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, it was a long shot anyway, I would say. Sin is getting a remaster. Ooh, a remaster of Sin. Might have to hold on then and wait and see that remaster comes out. If they are doing a remaster, I might actually wait for that remaster and then pick it up when it's out. But I'll see. I'll see. Definitely one I may just hang 5 on and wait. But why are we doing so early stuff with it? Yeah. Well, it's one of those I can maybe wait to do. I mean, it'd be kind of awkward if I I'm gonna make a note on that actually for my list. I mean, it'd be kind of awkward if I played Sin and then the remaster was like announced a week later or something. Well, yeah, I think I will wait if I hear any news about it. I mean, if there's nothing, then I'll play it, but I'll maybe hold off on that one. It's not like I don't have enough to play anyway. So overall, the PC Gamer Show was pretty good. Pretty decent stuff, honestly. How big is the demo for this one? I'm kind of curious about this. How 8.79 gig for the InSound Mind demo. Let me go back to the other one. How big is the Gloomwood demo download? 730 megabytes. Significantly less bigger. I'm curious. Very curious. Is that the game in which you can amputate your own limbs? Well, I only know from what I read on Night Dive's Discord. Curious and curiouser. But nah, I should stay focused, I think. But I think there's 2 demos there that I would like to play in the future and may actually play in the future. Definitely might check both of them out. Oh god, I want... God damn it. But overall, you know, I like the PC Gamer Show because unlike the other stuff at the E3 and over the years, they actually show gameplay. You know, they have little bits of games, you know, you get like actual gameplay footage and in-engine stuff most of the time. And it's talking about stuff on the PC, you know, instead of like the console game, and then it might be on the PC as well anyway, and they might spend 20 minutes on one game. You know, it's the format I really liked. I mean, when I watched the first one a few years back, I was like, oh, okay, this could be fun. It's like, wow, they actually show gameplays. They talk about stuff for no more than 5 minutes at a time. They show a lot of indie stuff. They actually show in gameplay. They actually have a bit of charm and enthusiasm and occasional decent jokes. You know, really loved it. And it's the best part of E3. You know, there's still a lot of cinematic stuff around, but you're going to see actual gameplay, actual in-engine stuff, you know, not just a cinematic trailer, which is like what that freaking PS5 thing was for on Thursday. It was like, these are some great movies, but I want to see fucking gameplay. And you watch the PC Gamer Show, I was like, wow, okay, it doesn't always look great because it's like in-engine, but at least it's honest. At least you're actually getting to see what the game is going to be like without it being massively polished, necessarily. So I'm glad I watched that, and really disappointed that Maneater is an Epic Game exclusive. That is fucking disgraceful, Tripwire. That is disgraceful. You have been a Steam developer for a few years, and you fucking make Maneater a Epic Game 12-month lockdown. That's I'm sorry, that is bullshit. Not happy about that. But hopefully, when it comes to Steam, it will be the Steam with all the content fixed edition. So maybe next year I will play as a shark, eating people and having some goofy fun for a week. But, yeah. Oh man, also that went on a bit longer than I thought, actually. I actually thought that it would go on for, like... I know it said like it was supposed to last from 7 to 9:15, so I thought maybe it would go on for like 2 hours tops, and it went on for the full 2:15. It wasn't really boring, you know. It paced nicely because it's all little bits of game. There's not like 20-minute segments of a Actually, you know what? I'm gonna change my plan here. I've decided I am changing my plan for tonight, the other half of tonight's stream. I am changing my mind. I was going to finish Command & Conquer. However, I've decided I'm going to take advantage of the fact I have 2 new games fresh on my mind, and I'm going to download these demos right now for both In Sound Mind and Gloomwood. I think I might play them, so I get the demos done. I kind of want to see these games. I want to have a little peek now. Speaking of, how do you feel about Kane showing up? It was okay. It was okay. Okay, there we go. That's that one. And there's another one as well. Where's my other one? Yeah, I'm going to change my plan slightly here. I'm going to download... I don't know if the Steam's going to stay stable for this, but why not? Let's check out these 2 new games demos. Wow, it's still fresh in all our minds. Let's see some of these new games.